Deborah Lycan, although I would not have said that maybe my freshman year. But the reason why is because I felt like she challenged me every step of the way. Every year, it didn't matter. She challenged me to think outside the box. She challenged me to push myself as hard as I could. And I really carried a lot of those life lessons from her.
Donna Seifer, my Russian professor. She's the one who taught me to love Russian. I only took it to be a spy. I didn't really count on enjoying the language so much. It's a lot of fun. I love it. It's like one big code that's fun to say. And she had us over at her house, and she really loved teaching us.
The main connections I made were actually from like the work-study jobs I had or the internships I had. So for me, it was working with more of the administrative people that I remember as my favorite relationships. So like Kelly Hoover and Mark Dudley in the chapel. I worked in the chapel.
Professor Ha, who is the chairman of the International Affairs Department, was probably who had the most influence on my studies and experience over here. I'm very grateful for everything he did for me and for my fellow students.
Don Ballmer was my professor in political science, but he also took me on my overseas program to Scotland. But his beautiful wife Betty also went, and although she's not an official member of the faculty, I think she was as influential to all of us as he was. And I think the thing that inspired me about him was he was always learning. He was always curious. I think he'd been here 40 years. And you could just tell he loved to teach. He loved to be a part of this school. And I think that's why we were, so engaged by him.
Then washing white on snow-capped tight, I disappeared.